This is part 6 of gardening suburbia style with SoCal Preppers. Right now I took the sprouts out of the paper towel and tangled them all. That was quite a chore. Most of the roots had grown and intertwined themselves in the layers of paper towel. And put them in these 2 little Tupperware doodads in water. For 2 reasons. One, they're easier to pull out, and 2, they're I didn't want them to dry out. So we got the beans are in there, the beans, and then the onions are in here, floating along, doing their thing, and I'm going to be planting them. I'm going to put the beans against the wall and then plant the onions up front in this planter. And hopefully the beans will climb this fence here. And the onions will sit nice and tight in the planter. I'm going to get this up on a tripod and we'll start planting. Okay, I tried to get the planter, or rather the camera, in a place where you're not going to get a lot of wind noise. Hopefully it'll work out. It's hard to tell. So anyway, I'm going to start right here, which is kind of off to one edge of the planter, but you know, it'll at least show you what basically I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is make sure this soil is nice and loose. I'm not going to pack it down, and I'm just going to take my finger, bore a little hole into it. I'll grab one of my beans here. There's a big fatty. You can see that guy. And what I'm going to do is, obviously, this is the leaf side up. You see that? Leaf side up. Actually, you can tell this guy's already forming a leaf. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the leaf emerging between the 2 little bulbous looking thingamajiggers, whatever they're called. Not a botanist, but I'm just going to call them a thingamajigger. Here's the husk that's left over from the outside of the bean. Don't need that. So I'm going to just cozy this homie right into the dirt. Leaf side up, and that guy should sprout. I'm pulling a little bit higher. I'm just going to barely cover that with soil, just so that guy will stay in there. And I meant to bring some skewers with me so I can mark them where I plant each bean. I was reading the back of the envelope for the beans, and basically it says, let's see, 18 inches apart, 18 to 30 inches apart. So I'm going to probably do these 18 inches apart, and I'll get these all planted, and then we'll start again with the onions. Hey YouTube, right now I'm trying to plant these onions. Zoom in, I'll show you how I'm doing it. It's kind of tough because these things are so damn small. I mean, they're pinner. It's hard to get them apart. I thought by putting them in water it would be way easier, but it's not turning out to be. It's really difficult to just grab like 1 or 2. But anyway, I'll show you what I'm doing anyway. So let's see. I'm just barely scratching the surface here. I'll take 1 or 2. Just kind of see what I mean? They're tough. Drop a couple in there. And I'm just barely covering them with dirt. And I'm not going to tamp that down. Just gonna let them sit there. I've been planting them along here. So we'll see how those onions turn out. I've never grown onions before, so see what we get. I'll be back when I'm done. Hey YouTube, I'm back again. Just wanted to show you something I'm dealing with right now. I kind of used, well, I was favoring the more developed seeds. So I have shorties here that haven't really got much of a stem on them, or because I moved them, the stem's all growing funny. What I'm going to do with these, I'm not going to plant them so the leaf part is sticking just barely out of the soil. I'm going to plant these guys not as deep, but just so that that undeveloped leaf portion will have to kind of struggle to get to the surface, and that's fine. The harder it tries, the more developed their roots will be. So I'm not going to pack the dirt on it. I'm just going to put dirt on it and mark it with my little stick here. So that's what I've been doing with the lesser developed ones. Here you see another really short guy. This tiny, barely little thing. So, alright, I think that's going to do it for part 6, I believe it is. So, well, I'll be back in a minute and I'll show you what it all looks like when I'm done. Okay, YouTube, that's about it. I got one of my neighbors staring at me looking like I'm a freak. That's cool, whatever. I got the shit done. See now, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 beans. And probably, yeah, I don't know, if I had to guess, probably 50 onions. There's probably 10 onions between each sprinkler. So, and then with the leftover beans, there were 6 beans left over. I just stuck them in that little Tupperware thing and threw some dirt on them. They'll grow out of that. I won't keep them there, but I'll get them planted eventually. So thanks for watching this episode of Gardening in Suburbia. Just a little view of the hood. See you guys later.